The 2026 basic personal amount is $18,165, but if your income is above a certain threshold, CRA quietly claws part of it back, and that silent reduction could cost you hundreds. Do you know which side of that line you're on? I read the fine print so you don't have to. Every year, the Canada Revenue Agency indexes the federal brackets and credits to inflation, and for 2026, the maximum basic personal amount lands at $18,165, offset by the lowest federal rate of 15%, according to the CRA. In plain English, that is the slice of income the federal government agrees not to tax. Here is the mechanism that makes it work. The basic personal amount is a 15% non-refundable credit, so the federal tax you would owe on income up to $18,065 gets fully cancelled out, per the CRA. That is why someone earning around $1,850 can end up owing $0 federal income tax for 2026. The credit erases it. This is where it splits. The CRA sets the full $18,460 BPA for taxpayers at or below the upper income threshold, but it phases down to $14,438 at the highest income levels, all offset at the 15% lowest rate. So two people with very different salaries do not get the same tax-free amount. The higher earner quietly gets less. Here is the sharpest number in the whole announcement. The gap between the maximum $18,565 and the minimum $14,538 basic personal amount is $4,027, according to the CRA. That is how much less tax-free room the highest earners get compared with everyone below the threshold. And this is the detail almost no headline mentions. The basic personal amount only reduces your federal tax, and I'm one. Your province still taxes much of that same income, per the CRA rate structure. So when you hear $18,565 tax-free, the real answer is federal tax-free, and the provincial layer is a completely separate bill you still have to account for. So here is what to actually do, and this is general information, not personal advice. Check your own circumstances. First, open the CRA personal income tax rates and brackets page and find the 2026 BPA line. Second, compare your net income to the phase-out threshold to see whether you get the full amount or a reduced one. Third, look up your province's income tax rate separately, because federal free is never the full picture. Before I get to what happens next, which is the most counterintuitive piece of all this, hold on to this number. At the top of the phase-out range, you can lose up to $604 of federal BPA credit value versus someone below the threshold, based on the CRA figures. That loss is before your province has taxed a single dollar. Here is the part people forget. These 2026 amounts apply to the 2026 tax year only, and the CRA reindexes the brackets and the basic personal amount every single year. So whatever number you lock in now, you will need to check it again for the 2027 filing season. If this is useful, subscribe. The next breakdown is already coming. Next, I'm breaking down the 2026 federal tax bracket changes and exactly which income levels move up, the piece that decides how much of your raise you actually keep. If you want to catch that one, subscribe so you don't miss it, and remember, this is general information, not personal advice.